at his shoulder. And again, you should be hurley and armly. If you're any nearer, you could actually, if you're very near, you could actually hurt, you could catch his hands here, you know. Or perhaps you'd be in the danger zone yourself of getting the touch of a backswing. So hurley and arm's length. Sorry for writing this here, but stop me here and there, one go.
Sorry,
no, stop.
Mate, on that one there, you're talking about hooking on top of the swing.
Well, I suppose I'm really talking of interposing the hurley twixt the swing and the ball, you know. I'm really talking of just to do it again, if you want again, because it's really as well as that. I'm really, I'm glad you asked, because I'm really talking of putting out the hurley there, just there, to his shoulder. Because that should do, and you can do it to me. But if you make sure, and you should have them watching for this, that you're only going to hurley an arm, and not too near. It's up to you as a coach to watch. Get into position, you know, even standing first. And the big point is that, you see, if I'm striking, I'll be back here anyway. Now, sometimes it has to be back a bit more, that I'm going to soak the ball. And that you will just shoot out the hurley at my shoulder and here. See? Because that should do, you know. And I know he's behind now, it's a very high funny like that, isn't it? Now, you see there? See, I'm aware of it. Oh, you see there? What are you going to move? We start. Sorry, we got our signal RT3, yeah, we have it now, never mind. Right now, here we go. Oh, God, I wish he'd go away, but he won't. I can't depend on where he is. He's doing it right now, see? No rear mirror, I can't see. I know, thanks very much. What were you thinking mostly, Michael, there?
I find that if you try that well, okay, as you go up the grade, if it will righty swing again by the time he gets back down, he correctly swing. If you're hooked on top of your swing, you'll actually get a right by the time it comes back down again.
Oh, yeah. You have a second bite at the try.
You have, yeah.
Good man.
On a low swing, on a low ball.
That's very interesting, yeah. But I'm always a little bit, you see, generally speaking though, it's a quick thing, like, you know, and why was I not? I think the only reason I'd be a little bit afraid of the high hook is that it's a bit longer to get up there now, and it's only a fraction there. But the other thing is it's kind of when you're shooting out of the hand, it's so quick, you know, because you can't go around as you go in all day away. Everybody wants to go down. You can't do that. But there's another interesting point now, is that if you hook up here, it's a chap you make no sense to get him down here. Very good, yeah. Think about all these things. Good God, there are more ways of choking the cat than the lumpy water on that. And it's true for hurling as it is with everything else. Good man, Michael, yeah. But the important thing is that you wouldn't be trying to hook him again. That's the danger zone if he's swinging an empty here. And get the tail end of the swing. You must want that in case of walking in behind, say. Have that hurry up and try and get him aware of that. And sadly, little lads, you can't teach little lads these things. Very little lads. You can't. They see no danger whatsoever. And that's why I doubt if I'd ever let them play a match, except the dribbling thing, you know. I'd be scared. I'd do that in twos. I wouldn't let them play a match at all in infant first. You might get an infant who would be, you know, very good at first or second maybe. I think a good at second would be very strong and kind of an exceptional like that, and beautiful swing. And it's splendid to get that. Even here, I'd be warned, keep away from the big boy. Keep away, and I warn the people, if you see little that, don't think it's like, you know, keep away. It'd be very easy. Oh, that's the right thing to do. It's very easy to scatter little lads. I wouldn't want that. Yeah. Shh, say nothing.
All right, Conrad.
There's more. Yeah, there's more. Let me see. What else has oh yeah, I suppose you'd know this too if I asked you. If the ball said, but you see this now, you see a bit of, I'm a defender, and the ball is in the square. I see a big black nibble coming into a flat into the net. I bend down, hook it up off the ground. Would the referee, penalty, would you say it'd be right if he said that? Sorry. Would he give a penalty who hooked the ball with our hands out off the square and toddled out for 4 steps? Would you think the referee would be right to give a penalty against him? Would you want to? No. You wouldn't? Well, I guess you wouldn't, no. Because, do you remember? The penalty is only for a personal foul by clatter into it without not seeing him clearly. But it's a personal foul, it's not for a technical foul at all. Yeah. I don't agree. I know you'd be good at this, lads. I knew you would. Now, I think we've covered that thing. I think we should vote before we all sleep. And when we vote, we do a bit of... Sorry, oh, come on. You said that how would you follow the puck out? How would you follow the puck out? How would you follow the puck out? Well, one way you follow the puck out is... That, because I think of it. One way you follow is, I take the puck out and I miss it there. And I go from here to there. And I come on, lift up again, catch it in my hand, I'm not listening, you know. Because you probably know that if you miss the puck out completely, then you can leave my ticket once. The best place you can do is go past into your office. But I was, again, not keeping the eye on the ball. I was going to really drive it, you know. But I got to finish off with him, like catching off the ground, when now it was 70 yards. See? Can't do it now, it's probably trying it. But now, what I could have done, I didn't know it. Nobody told me. If I had missed the puck out completely, I could lift it like a 70 or 65 and drive it out, you know. But to follow it, turn to the second time. You know.
If you miss the first one, can you lift and strike the game without catching it?
You can, like I said, you know, like a 65 as we call it nowadays, yeah. You can.
But I never did that when I thought you were on the ground.
Now, there's a new rule book out, I hope it hasn't changed, but that was absolutely true. You could take it like a 70. And I didn't know that. So I hit it to the ground, yeah. Is there anything else that, God, this is a good kind of and again, outside it, I meant to ask you, you know, because look, we only want to pass along and trade our little ideas. But I was hoping outside as we do a bit of the block down again, and we'll, I suppose, block down, that's right. We'll do the sideline go. We'll do the sideline go. We'll do the sideline go. I think we should. And what else might we have missed out?
You do it for a laugh.
No, but the sideline corner, of all things though, there are two different kinds. One is John Jackson, one is John Benson. We talk about it, and we try and do it. And you know something, of all things I know, it's the real confident one, this sideline crossing. Because you either, if you don't keep the head still, you're absolutely not going to do it. But we'll do it, and I'll try it and make a mess where I don't mind. But we'll try it. And you can do it equally well from this side, because some fellows do. Tony O'Brien now will be striking it out from this side, you know. And it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. Which side, as long as we observe the same principles, and we go through those outside. And we both have you heard about? I brought a bag in them again, and I can give you some if you want.
Do you bring some?
That doesn't matter.
You might set up.
Yeah, but no, I have the plastic.
I haven't got those, couldn't get them.
Good, well I have some. Oh boy, the whole time. They were there yesterday. But again, I never mentioned what Hurling was. The plastic fellow, the newer one, it's terrific for kids because it can hit travels. It's a bit hard on the hand, you know, and to be hit with it is a bit sore because of plastic. I don't like taking freeze with it because somehow it's too what can I say, smooth and you know, there's not the feel on the hurley. But the hell with that. The hurling is lash and lash and lash. And it's seldom one of them breaks. Even breaks. You could even bring it into a handball area and lash it and you still, they tell me anyway, tend to try it to still retain. But anyway, before we see, we'll go out into our fresh air and we'll do the side swing. You don't even have to be able to hurl. You have to use Jim McGee, the guy who couldn't play football properly even, and Dermot Healy was a moderate club hurler. He was a great thinker of the game, and he was a great understanding, had a great understanding of what you should be trying to do. And he did a fair bit of thinking. And then the other thing that I love that you'd all be able to do, that is try and understand how hard it is for some little lads, we'll say, starting off to hurl. And I don't want to, I tell you, something, it reminds me of this fella called Gary Player, who played this golf game, you know this game? The blow, that kind of thing. But it's a good game too. It's a lot more easy playing it as well as good people. And there's a guy called Gary Player from South Africa one time, and he's a great fellow picking them all out of this bit of sand and getting it close to the things it was the thing to do. Like running, getting close to the goal, and some fella said to him, reporter following around said, "God, Mr. Player, you're very lucky the way you get it so near." And yes, the funny thing, I'm lucky all right, but the extraordinary thing is the more I practice, the luckier I get. And none of the then one was saying, God, that's very easy, isn't it? Well, it isn't. It's simple all right, but it's not very easy, you know, because even the simplest thing, you catch a hurry, and indeed Christy Ring one time when that film was being made, Christy Ring, was told, how do you hit a ball? Yeah, throw it on my head. He never thought about it very much. Now, actually, we want to think about it, and you want to think about it, because everybody here in this room can help young lads. Everybody. Every one of us. And you don't even have to swing a hurry, though of course it's a great help if you could. Better still, the best possible help you can give is if you know how to go about it. The very start of the whole thing, which is catching the stick. And I'd love to talk about that for a few minutes, because I think, if you don't talk about that now, and think about that now, you are never going to do what you want to do, which is to help little lads and bigger lads to be better harbour. And there's not a man on the top senior team, including a fellow I know well, Dennis Wright, who's a good lad, he's going to be good yet, who doesn't want to know more. Actually, we're talking about it a fortnight ago about hurling and some things he can do well, and we were talking about what you could do about that. No, now I'm only making that point because the first thing of all is catching the stick. I know Justin should talk to you about hurling last night. I think we have to talk about it today, but we will. But in the long run, as I tell you something, if you don't catch the stick correctly, you have the hope of being a hurler. Well, you have. If you want to be an extraordinary like that from Wexford, that some oldie like myself remember called Jim English, I don't think any of you have him. You play right hand back, you catch it this way. And we were two of us were kneeling down on the sideline at a failed in the way final there a few years ago, and Jim said, "Just not a pity there wasn't coaching in my day." Fine. I'd be better off. I'm going to better than you are. I'm trouble with you those. But you know, he was right. He catch it this way, and he was right-handed. And what he said, you know, what he knew it now himself is, he was very fast and terribly courageous and so on. He was a great fellow, but he could only hit from this side. If he had caught it the way that was right for him, being a right-hander, that hand must be on top. And the reason is simple. That we talk now about your autonomous nervous system and the central nervous system. And you can say what you like, big words and phrases and abrasions and all this. But listen, that only boils down to this, that if you're right-handed, you're naturally a right-handed. If that's your dominant or strong hand, you must have that up there to control the stick, because that's the one that does. So really putting it very simply, if you catch a right-hander and you catch the stick with your right hand on top, you're helping nature. And the other way, you're going against nature. Because there are many things, many times in a match you must, anybody, young or old, from that size up, would have to use one hand. What about hooking, say, or even getting in the hurley quickly? You're going to be going against your nature if you're not going to have this hand on top. And you'll manage away this way, but you'll never have the thing that distinguishes the intermediate from junior, and distinguishes senior from intermediate and junior, and that is literally quickness. I mean, it's not Tom Cassidy, done, there, there's something on there. Or Barry Murphy, that goal against Doris we usual. Little blow, even the television cameras from here, that was quickness. And that's what Barry Murphy has now, we'd say, more than many other fouls you could think of. That's what Charlie McCarthy had too. In fact, if you ever saw pictures taken of Charlie when he was swinging, there's a kind of a blur like that, you know. Now, I'm not saying we should all become blurs or get it that way, but I am saying really that if you don't stand properly, with the bolts and I know your fellas, and if you're not going to stand properly by insisting that I catch it the correct way, now you must insist, don't be telling a young fellow, well, what way would you like? Or like 2 years ago, Jim Green telling a fellow, and Jim is a good lad now about young people and does his best. He can never go to a coaching course, never do any thinking, just play, you see. But you say, what way would you feel comfortable with? And the answer is, I feel comfortable with catching a lad. And very often too, lads, this is very important, that's why I'm talking about it now someone. Very often a lad starts to catch it this way. I know in some of the notes that I had, maybe you get them afterwards, they say that it's because of God. I don't believe that for a moment. There's many young lads catching a holiday for the first time, never heard of God before. Well, nowadays you would on television and see it, kind of thing where you go around and you lounge out, you hit the ball now and then. But no, I think it's because of the thing that Andrew Justin said last night, and we could talk about it again today for a little bit when we talk about the holiday, that is, a holiday that's too long. Well, I mean, if you're right-handed and you're holiday too long for you, and if you're a young lad, well, you won't catch it there anyway. You can't do that. It's too long and too heavy. You'll catch it where you can manage it. That's what's there. And now it follows that you won't put the other one down here, doesn't it? So I'd say it's because of that terrible thing of the young and nearly all of us had big hungry, you know. She isn't the little one out of I wanted to be hungry. He used to be one, so he's a big man. True, that's size in fact, you know. And that's very true, I think. That's what happens. And you know, you want to be quite firm with lads about that. That's the right way. When that's the way I have to catch a right, it's not going to be catching beauty now. Like you want to be with us now, you know. So I'd say you must insist on it. I would. I went down with all the young lads after school yesterday, evening down in the field. And there was one boy, yes, there was one lad now, I've been noticing the last few days, he didn't play hurling for, well, ever before much, even though he was, that's a free world, isn't it? No, he didn't. But I had him on our house, you know, I got bought one kind of thing. We give him for £2, even though I don't know they cost, doesn't matter, we give him for £2 anyway. But he used to be catching it this way. But yesterday evening, I was watching with it. Small skill practice on the ground, left and right, and stopping. Those, just those, that's all for 20 minutes. And you'll be saying, oh, it's an awful length time. Not at all. It's a busy, ball within two, and 2 years about that. It's the only way to do it. I have a bag of them in the car now, because I never go anywhere without having a bag eating out of hurling ball. You have no business. People say, well, you're going to get a couple of minutes. Because that was the old thing, wasn't it? In around the goal and out around midfield. Biggest bully. Got the ball again and clattered out there, and we all cringed and went back again. And if the ball, if he missed it, then we'd get a puck, and down the ball. We'd spend the whole night waiting for maybe 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 pucks. Only an hour over the ball, and had to get. But see, with that lad, he scored a goal, you see, by pulling the right back. And Lord, I praised him. He was thrilled. I told him the champagne bottle and the copper were celebrations on the house all around. But you know, to him that was a great achievement because he found it off, and I knew that too. And before we go over, we go to it, just practice that simple thing. And wait till you see how often the ball will go past you if you don't do it. I'd just to mention one other thing that's true, and it is this thing here, this little change of grip. Now, I'm talking about right-handed, it's only left-handed here. I don't wish I were on. Which is really disadvantage of the style of your car. We're the style of Jimmy Doyle. But with left-hander, then again, this little turn on the wrist, you know, the little turn on the wrist so that you get the hurley in front of you for stopping. Now there's more to life than that, but stopping the ball is vital. You can say, gosh, sure. You're stopping the ball drop. You'll be amazed if you're a forward who stops the ball and then gives a little tip and takes his option of lifting or doing anything. Sure, he's a terrific fellow, isn't he? Even Christopher Ring wouldn't put on a ball coming straight to him like that and put it into the lane. Why? There's only one point hitting. Look, imagine a ball coming up, he'd only intersect or cross one. No, he'd come up and put the stick to him and to come up and then he'd take his option whether he'd catch it or hit it, you know. So, stopping is very important. And, oh yeah, I was just talking about that thing now, you know, because you could stop it this way. But in all the skills that we'd be talking about, or I'd be talking about anyhow, if you're right-handed, I thought you would turn the nose of the hurley here. That's the bottom, or you know, handle and the grip is up here. That you turn it to the right. It seems to be, even hitting it in the air or batting it, I always found it much easier. But, you know, to see this thing now, this turning of the wrist, only a little turn of the wrist, you'll find it easier to lift when it comes to lifting, I think anyway. And you should try it. Now, years and years ago, when there was on top of coaching up in college one night, Ian Devaney and this guy, Theo English from around Glanbelly, one of the older and more venerable of us who know about Easters. In fact, I know him very well. Got a good reason there. But Theo used to do this way, saying, of course you could lift the ball that way, just like after you. And who else? Gerald went after you. But they were so skilled. I mean, there's not one of us here now could, I'd say, expect to match their level of all-round skill consistently performed. But it's a bit easier this way. We say, I would insist that I lift that way. Always, I find it easier. And then you are back immediately to striking when you have it up, you know. As I won't go on to it, you have to get out of it. But no, these are, the thing you do now, lads, is have a look at the way you catch the hurley yourself. And if you haven't that tongue up against this, now just watch, I bet anything, if you go over to a bunch of kids, look at every single one of them. Let them even hold up the hurley like that. And have a look, have a little look and see. Because if they take away that tongue and see what grip you haven't the same control at all. But I've seen kids holding it this way, And try that and you'll see, you haven't the same. But you will, and this is a small thing. Between that first knuckle and the second knuckle, that's where the thumb should be. You know, it should really. And these golfers again, if anything goes wrong with their game, they go to one of their own pals, maybe, or even those who wouldn't be particularly pally, or go to somebody who knows and have a look at the grip and see is it right. Because it's a simple thing, you might say. Now, there's the grip. If you want a lad to catch the hurl, now it's his left hand. Put the nose towards you always, you know, and put the finger, I know, you just catch it under, yeah, but make sure you catch it, and look at his hand catch it. And put the other hand underneath. No, that's your left hand, that's the way you should be. That's at ease. Or John Hanley Clare used to always say, and there's not too much. So what, if you even on a beginner, or a very slow starter beginner, if you had number 1 written there, number 2 written here, and number 3 written there, that's 1, that's 2, and then when you're getting ready to strike, that's 3. You know, and watch, don't you watch too that. Watch somebody trying to hit a ball, and I bet there'll be someone now who'd Hollywood do it. If there's any gap at all between those two, you won't strike properly. And again, you try. You can't swing. The two of them must be right close together. And again, this thumb is against that forefinger here. And you don't have to have big hands, that's small little hands. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be big to be holding it on. That's all right. So long as you have the bit of skill. Because I'll understand you in every possible situation. Would you believe last year's all Ireland? You would. Everyone you had come on. Ah, yeah. That's right. I mean, I don't mind saying again that I was watching Galway afterwards in the league down here. When Galway won, but they won only because Cork stopped scoring for the last quarter or so, if you remember, you know. But I was shocked that day again, because I saw a second time that Galway hadn't anything like the skill of Cork. Think back in an hour, I was watching that, when did you watch that match, by the way? I don't know what I was. Got to see, because I wanted to see for myself. I know several far away. I can't say that I think too highly, you know, not too highly, because he has got only one man that I know who's good in pulling his own, that's Finnerty, the right half back. The other guy, he's got an Alan Cunningham, he's been knocking, but I was just finding out that he wasn't taught how they wasn't taught how to hold it properly. Cunningham can hit from his right, can only hit from the right. Warren Hatfield is like that too. At the moment, I'm watching them last Sunday too. They're guys who haven't got skill. It's terrible, isn't it? Why? Because no one did what I know you will do, and that is coach them. What does that mean? Make sure, like I did yesterday, no way would I let it go away with hitting from that side. Oh, that's fine. You're good at that. Let's see the other side now. And you had your problem. What do I do? And now, this is where you come in. This is where I come in. There's the grip first. Then you can have even get through that little bit before you start. About just have a look at that. Now maybe it's not necessary. Maybe you have very good lads here. It depends on the level you're doing. But holy God, if any fellow have trouble with the swing, you want to get down to this basic thing of how to swing. How do you swing? Well, just pull. But what you see, all the fellows who start off this way. And you see, humming is all really very much about the wrist, as you probably know. In fact, if you know certain hurlers who are not terribly skillful, not terribly skillful, but very good players otherwise, like say Brian Cannon or Clare. No, he's a good player. But he's very limited. Have you ever seen him from his right? Maybe he did, I did. And there was an Endo O'Connor again, and there was a Pat O'Connor, and there were a couple with that. Funny how I'm doing it in course in Clare one time, years ago. I didn't know them at all, as the fellow said, with their clothes on it, you know what I mean. I didn't know them out of college, and they were sitting in the front. But I saw this laughing with a lot about this, because they were saying, actually there are some people in the players, senior people, they're good lads, but nobody coached them when they were young properly, because they could only hit from their left side. And that's true, you know, Johnny Cannon is basically that way. And what the point is making is that nobody, when they were young, insisted that they are the pull left and right, you know, the two sides. So, of course, naturally, in a match, you go back to the thing you would trust. It's all about confidence. You know, it's all about confidence. Now, one of the Jimmy Ryan Murphy was a skinhead in 1973, as I was saying to Simon earlier. When he came in for that goal chance in the 73 All-Ireland football, he dummied it for, and then he shifted himself, and he saw the spot, and he let it fly. Another fellow, he plays it hard, you know, or something like that. And the same effect to Douglas now in this year's intermediate championship, or any other Douglas team. You'll only get that from constant drills and practices and people encouraging and seeing what's wrong and helping you to correct it, you know. But just to go back to that, if you don't insist on every practice left and right, right and left. Now, just to do the swing before you go on, we do it outside and we do it holding on the ground, because you might say to yourself, I'm holding on the ground a little bit. Youngsters don't find that very exciting at all. No, they don't. Why? Because they want to do fancy things. If you show a young man once how to tap a ball out that way, he'll spend hours practicing to get it, because there's the frothy thing and it's the fancy thing. Whereas, again, if you go back to last year, probably I had a video of it, you'd see it. And I think, Michael, you have a video of it. Is it next week? And have a lovely of the skills. We're going with that of the skills, and you'll see how the simple pull in the ground. Now, I'm not talking about a huge pull. In fact, that's the big mistake that many teams make. That they have over, you must pull hard, lads. If you pull hard, lads, you're not pulling hard out. What they really mean is you're not pulling ears hard. The ball in the air, I give a one little tip of that and go another 30 yards. With you, see? Try it outside here, see? Whereas he went for a big pull into the southern water, he took that 5 miles from the sea. And then he waited, I mean, he pulled the ball out there and he was, you know, it isn't pulling hard, it must be pulling quickly. And that's why I love, even your sleeve down after lads now, that we always get it on the mat, we must always do that because they want it first of all, you know. But in the match, they'll be doing what you practice, which is pulling, actually getting touched and getting away. But I just show you this much. So often you see lads developing only one side. Why would they start from the left and hit from the left only? Because if you consider for a moment, it's only a little it's only a little leverage on the wrist. It's that bit easier. This is the half over here. So you must turn the wrist here. Look, you must really turn the wrist. You know? So it's that bit harder. If you don't sit there, they have that kind of thing. And look, it's this way. If you don't cock that little elbow up a little bit, and I'm not talking about the problem of the elbow, but if you don't cock the little elbow up like this, the swing is not up there or back here. Nothing like that. It's up here. In fact, that's what I should be kind of parallel to ground. I'm not being too technical so much as just point that out. Look, if you don't cock it up here, the swing is like that. You know, it's like that. And there's a bit of risk coming into it too. And even I'm hoping eventually, we're doing a bit of work on a little book that teachers could use in first class and second class and third, all the little things they could do before they even get a holiday in, maybe infant, senior infant, they can get the wrist going. You know, if the wrist isn't flexible, you never really enjoy hurling. And I always keep on stressing that word enjoy. Because really, if you don't enjoy it, you're not going to play it. And you're certainly not going to continue to play it, you know. But you see this thing here now? And again, with the two hands in together, you know? And out and up, you know? And there's in those notes that you'll be getting, I'm sure Michael has some for you, or we'll have next weekend. They're a bit baggy in many ways, but they're the best we do. But it's terribly important that you have the ball here, where you'll be able to drive it out, and that we can see the weight going over to the striking foot, it's just called, meaning the foot nearest to the direction that you're hitting the ball in. You know? Like if you look back this way, the ball will always hit off this way, you won't even hit it properly, you know? That you must watch the ball, so we know that, but it's true, you know? And then from this side, it's the opposite. This elbow must be bent. But after you see lads, you know, they won't know what to do when they get this sort of scoopy thing. It's no good. And a lad who never played hurling until he was old, I mean, or even 16 and that, will hardly get the wrists going sweetly at all. Just we had in school way long ago, called Sean Foster, great footballer from Galway. God, we were side by side, and I knew him well, and we were great friends. But Sean loved hurling. He was a massive footballer. Often he's often went out of the best in kind of any position because he was great guy. But Sean loved to hurl, and he couldn't hurl. He just couldn't because he only used his arms. He could only use his arms. You know? Why? Because no one started when he was young at developing his wrist. And look, even that now, please. In our school, I was suggesting to the other teachers that bring all the 5 minutes every morning. Just get them to do that. Just that. Or even that, you know. Nice and easy how because we wouldn't want to hop their wrist side. You know. That's very important. A simple thing like that. You know. You could do it. I often did that with senior team. Why not? I'll go on more like that with your outside too. Because you must warm up your wrist. Or even, oh, this is a bit hard to know that. No, I hate being done. Because actually the whole reason you like to know those men is a little bit of one hand. It's a little bit too heavy. Because they won't enjoy it. They never get the quick pull, you see. The long pull, 2 miles an hour, you know. It's no good. But left and right, they leave have a little pull, nice and easy. Brush the grass with it, then have a wide up pull. Because the shoulders go into the big pull, you know. The turning of the shoulders, you want to know some great in that. Turning the shoulders, banana shape. Oh, Jesus. Sure, that shape all our lives when I'm saying a word. But what it really means is that the weight goes over on the striker. We're over this way. If you don't strike out that way, you're not. You know? If you don't strike out on a solid kind of right foot. Now that's one swing. The other swing is the one I love you think about a lot, and that's the little wristy one. The little wristy one. The little principle. It's a hard one. I will train you immediately now. You have that too. Just that to get it quicker, and from the left too. Because there's all that quickness in it, man. But kids will get that. They will definitely, if you make sure and insist that they have a quick, small pull and a quick one. Small, quick one. As the ball goes in, a small little rub into down again. Or a big pull. Up you go, and it goes to add. When up goes the stick out with the ball on your left here waiting, you know. No. I think we're going to go with that. Oh, that's I think we'll go with that. Listen, they show me they say one more. And you ask them, if at any time you want to shout and say, hold on, do that, will you? Because I go too fast because there's so much I could spend another 10 hours talking.
You mentioned about the hurley being long.
John.
The hurley being short.
Yeah.
Is it a disadvantage being having the hurley being short?
As it is, but it is very short, you know. It is very short because, you know, you'll be a disadvantage blocking and going to the tackle level, you know. But I'd rather have it too short and too light. Forever, not have it too long to heavy. But you have the hope of getting in the quick tackle. You know, we do a little of the tackles today too. A few of them might think that you could teach, first of all, you could understand and teach, which is very important, and that kids would find safe. That's the most. There's one in those notes, I wouldn't do it in a fit. It's too dangerous. You want, you know, for a pulling and you go in, you get in this hurry here, and you close your eyes, of course. Here's the bar. Tell me when to stay up now again on my head. Give me back my head. So it's too dangerous. I wouldn't be for. That's a child. If I'm going to pull here, stand here, and you'll put them off a little bit. And, you know, and if you're a bit, if he starts to lift it, now that's okay. And we'll do that today so you know how the important points, you know. Be sure and tell me once you have a shout outside too. Come over and say, hey, I know what you're talking about there. Because I understand that people might. When you're just doing it, you mightn't follow it so well. I know them, they like to see the ladies. Of course I always have that. I would see that's what's weird. I am, because listen to that, I tell you, unless all hands are to the bumps, we won't say, you know, unless everybody helps. Suppose we never even played so much as understood and could help and encourage. That's why I love to see the lady teachers in schools being interested. Even if they never have the time to go along, they will have a positive influence in school to encourage. And number one, we want to make the game safe. We must make it safe. And we can, because there's no doubt with good coaching will make it safe. I was up in Devere last Saturday also in Thurles, and yeah, I just wanted, before we go, just say this. I was talking about things, sadly, they happened to the following day, Sunday, in Waterford, between Waterford and Tip. A fellow was talking a lot about Nicholas English because, you know, he's one of these good players, really good, great skill, nobody bans on the feet. I would love to have him on my team. But I was just saying that the thing for me, the sad thing for me about Nicholas was that when he was young, he mustn't have been coached terribly well, really, in the protective skills, they call it. Because he was hit far too often. And he goes in too openly. And that's wrong. And he's a brave chap, a marvellous brave fellow as well as being a small